Mission complete.
Show me a move. Let's go.
I wanted to reach out directly to you, the Nintendo community, because there's one thing I really want to say. Thank you.
I can tell you from experience, trying to be something special, it's hard. And you can probably tell me or anyone you run into pretty much the same thing. People often dream of what they would do if given the opportunity, but they never give themselves the opportunity. People often never want to try and take risks or anything. The feeling of failure is mostly just too much to stomach, which, in all honesty, from experience, I can't really blame them.
But you're afraid that if you actually have to try at something, you might fail, and that's just not a chance you're willing to take.
One company I admire the most for that fact, aside from its many, oh, for fuck's sake, missteps.
Nope. This is terrible.
You don't create one of the world's most iconic mascots without making some gambles and some flops along the way. Nintendo is responsible for the gaming industry as it exists today, single-handedly bringing the industry back from the brink of destruction. That's what they did. It was the first gaming company that introduced the idea of a platformer.
Oh yeah!
A console game having an actual story. Then they went on to introduce portable gaming, rumble, analog sticks, motion controls, just for starters. But let's not forget, Nintendo makes games that define generations. The house that M built has definitely been able to pass and really outlast the competition that has risen, peaked, and then fell into obscurity right afterwards. The house that M built has been able to last this long because of its willingness to take risks. Why is Nintendo so willing to stick its neck out there? It has shareholders to appease after all, and shareholders and investors don't like risk that much. Nintendo started off as a playing card and toy company, and considering the fact that Nintendo has even tried things like a taxi service and grown people hotels, it has its roots in trying new things. The name Nintendo, meaning leave luck to heaven, in the 70s decided to focus on video games with an emphasis on artists rather than the software engineers, and it shows. Even in its earliest games, colors, patterns, a story, an obvious goal, the overall aesthetics act in a unified manner. Daddy and man voted least likely to slip out of your window when he's done, Shigeru Miyamoto created a hit game, Donkey Kong. And when it was time to make a sequel, instead of doing what many of us do and try to catch lightning in the same bottle, Miyamoto changed it up, making Mario the bad guy rather than the good guy again. This would be the legwork for many future franchises to come. Nintendo and Miyamoto continue to push new experiences, and it reflects in the console, the controllers, and even the software. But it doesn't always work out with a happy ending. Sometimes things go bad, really bad. And many times it's our own fault. Nintendo's failings were Nintendo's fault. Poor relationships with developers, cheating Sony, pushing unfinished products to market, so on and so forth. But fortunately, sometimes you just win. You win big. They say no risk, no reward. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Nintendo has taken a lot of its risk and the rewards have paid off. Even with its revolving door of CEOs over the years, Nintendo still continues to try new things, meaning failures it's set in stone for it. It's going to be in its future, and it's definitely going to happen again and again. But so are some of the massive rewards to follow suit. Risk-taking is in Nintendo's DNA, and what's the fun if there is no risk?
Risk is our business. That's what the Starship is all about.
So if you get anything from this video and me with my little love obsession with Nintendo, don't expect to live without failing. Don't feel bad about failure. It is impossible to live without failure. If you ever want to create something, if you ever want to do something, if you ever want to make something happen, even if you don't believe any shred that you can make it happen, you should do it. And once you fail, you do it again. And again. And again and again. And again. Why'd I make this video? I don't fucking know. So what do you think? Do you like the video? Like it, lump it, hate it, love it? Like, comment, subscribe if you want to. Dislike if you didn't like it. Patreon because I'm poor. Threadiverse because I'm poor, but I also want to sell you stuff that I feel like you'll like. And if you do buy something from the site, for the love of God, just show me. People have bought stuff here and there, and I still have not seen. I think somebody's laughing in the background. People have not sent me anything that I like. I want to show it off, or I want to shout you out. It means a lot to me that you would actually buy something from me. You would trust me enough to do that. So go ahead and show you, boy. Until next time.
Thank you for your never-ending support and for your passionate love of Nintendo. And personally, for giving me a mushroom kingdom full of incredible memories that I will never forget. Ever.
It has shield holders. God damn it.